football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers.
Hands up, lead! Defense, keep it up, guys. Check, 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 check. Deuce, deuce. Hot. 368. Watch that. Check 43. Pick that.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down. Here you go, 368.
Dalton here from the gun. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Ready, 525. 56. Here we go. White. Hey, white. Tighten up. Check.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Watch twitch. Watch the
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready, 280. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Hey, three players.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Ryan. And he finds Cook. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14.
Hey, South. 56 to Mark, boy. 56. Check 56. What we got?
From the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Passing. It's Dalton. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's go. You tighten up.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
We're good.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Dalton sets up play action. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ryan Kerrigan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Man open left side. It's Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. So Dalton now escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Orbit.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. As they come up now on a 3rd down and 4 to go. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
31's the mic. Hey, high 7. 31's the mic. I got it. 31's the mic. I'm trying to collect. 31's the mic. So don't say nothing.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Delta. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 11. Watch twins. Watch twins.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Ryan to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Ready. 56. Check 56. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha. 56. Hey, let's get that home. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the screen. 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 56 to Mike. Let him go.
Again, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Ryan will throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Mike
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Second and 9 at the 14-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Dalton. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Andy Dalton now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
They go 368. Brickstone, travel. Yeah, 5-6. Hey, seam 6. Heads up.
From the gun, Dalton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
Heads up. Lead. Regular. Heads up.
First and 10 for Dalton. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Dalton. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
44. Here you go.
31's the mic.
Go.
Let's go. 31's the mic. Get ready.
Here you go. Can.
31's the mic.
Hey, watch the ball.
Sponge.
Hey, Echo. Heads up.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Now this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Devon Kennard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got...
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Taysom Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here you go, 368. Here you go, Cam.
On first down, it's Gurley. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Bravo.
31's the mic.
Topper.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Following the touchdown. Here's Marr to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. You've got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now it's Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. And complete, right side to Cook. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brings up second and
10. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check it back.
Throwing again. Dalton. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's third and 2.
Mike 14. Smooth. Mike 14. Mike 14. You're the night. Son of the night. 14's the Mike. 14's the Mike.
The final act of the first half. Dalton. He'll buy some time right. And avoids the contact by sliding. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Ryan. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
Hey, Charlie, we own this. We own this.
56 to Mike. 56 is Mike.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is fielded at the 27. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hands up. Lead.
Mike 14. Pick me up. Here we go. Shoot.
2x2. Move. Back up.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Protein spill.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey.
Check 52.
General West. Hands up.
From the 29, Dalton. And he rifles one incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
52, 93, 44. Here you go. Hey, Haywood.
31's the Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long...
Good.
Switch gears.
368.
Bang, bang. Check.
22 jet bomber. Hands up.
Dalton here from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
52, 93, 44.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. The first carry for the Utah man now. It's Joe Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Ready, blue 80. Like 25. Check. Got it.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
31's the mic. 9-9, sweetheart.
He go 368.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Regular. Hey, orbit. Here you go, can.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Watch this.
Mike, four. Switch up.
Over here.
From the gun, Dalton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Single. Watch 14. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Regular. Hey, high 7.
Andy Dalton. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. Dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
High. 61. Matchbox lights. 2x2. Move. Hey, zoom.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready, right 25.
55. Let's go, defense.
Hey, 59, ready. X3, 218, chop.
Check. Switch. Alert flare.
Go.
Here's Bernard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready, Tuesday. Ready? Kill. Get out.
Again, here's Bernard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Big ass. He's coming. We got double up. SOS.
Here you go, kid.
SOS.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
368.
31's the mic. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, Delta.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 12 yards there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
368. Hey, Alpha.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 31's the mic.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And here's a throw that inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
51, down. Watching your time. Face.
Mark 55.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jayon Brown in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Ryan to throw. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Ryan. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This will be taken in at the 1. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it.
Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for L.A., a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.